Welcome back to Premier League football. These are 5 things we learned playing against Arsenal. Manchester United versus Arsenal. As Manchester United lose the best way that I have ever seen, because today we played Arsenal. We bottled, we honestly dismantled, we whooped, we used whatever you can describe in terms of the adjective for whooping somebody's behind. Belt to ass. We did everything to Arsenal, but we did not take 3 points. We did not even take 1. Arsenal gets to win the game, and that all comes down to mistakes that our goalkeeper has had. And before we even go into that, I'm going to be breaking it down. 5 things that I learned from this game and watching it back and just understanding what the situation is. I'm going to be telling you this because it blows my mind. It literally, I'm pulling out the hairs that I don't even have. You understand me? At this point, it's scalp that I'm literally pulling. I don't want to hear anything about this situation because Arsenal fans themselves cannot tell me that they played better than Manchester United today. Because their Stoke football tactics, their Stoke tactics, kick long ball, set pieces, the only way they can win these days. This is the same Arsenal that went about complaining that people were not playing champagne football. People were not passing the ball on the ground. Now is whatever means necessary. Don't get me wrong, it has helped them within the past 3 years. But that is why Stoke never wins the Premier League. That right there is why Sunderland never won the Premier League in the past few days. Don't get me wrong, the new Sunderland now are playing football, but now has absolutely taken the mantle of Big Sam's style of play. Arteta has taken the mantle of Big Sam. That's what Steve Bruce. That's what he has been taking in terms of the mantle. You get me? But without further ado, let's get this party started. This is 5 things that we learned from this game. First things first is set pieces still win games. Arsenal's only goal came from a corner kick. Again. With Calafiori's header from a Rice delivery, Arteta's side reminded everyone that dead ball dominance is still a winning trait. And he's not wrong. He's honestly not wrong in this situation. And I know it's just mind-blowing because the way it happened, I can literally map out how Arsenal do their free kicks and their corner kicks. I can map it out. And so this situation is something that we should be doing in the prep before the game. In the practice or the last practice before we come to Old Trafford. If we are playing on Sunday, this is something that we do on Friday. Just to remind someone, to remind the players how they do things. It's all about scouting them. You understand? This is a tough one. Set pieces aren't sexy, but they are deadly. And Arsenal have just proven it again. Second thing, we are looking at United's attack has potential, but no punch. We have potential in our attack. But with the arrival of Šeško in the second half, we realized that things can get better. However, there's no punch yet. There's no punch. There's no knockout power. We need a Francis Ngannou right hand. That's what we need. All right now we have is a Floyd Mayweather's left. It's just jab. That's all we have right now. And that is something that we need to fix. And that is the reason why we brought Benjamin Šeško. Let me give you guys a stat that will blow your mind. Manchester United has not had any player score 20 plus goals in the Premier League since 2014 season. And comment down below which player is that. Comment down below because the last player to do it at Manchester United is somebody that we all have at the tip of our tongue. Someone that has spoken about Benjamin Šeško. Someone that his left foot is absolutely lethal. And I truly hope that Benjamin Šeško will be the guy to break that very annoying, very underwhelming stat for Manchester United this season. 20 goals or 20 plus shots and 60% possession, but 0 goals. I want to repeat that so you can hear it. 20 plus shots, 60% possession to Manchester United, but 0 goals. 0 goals. Amorim's front line of Brian Mbeumo, Matheus Cunha and Benjamin Šeško showed movement and intent But of course, they still lack the chemistry and killer instinct. One thing that blew my mind is whenever Brian Mbeumo wants to come in to shoot, he saw Amad Diallo. He saw Amad Diallo going indoor. But that is something, it will come with time. You get me? It will come with time. That is one thing I know for sure. Because we have seen threat upon threat. But Amad needs to understand and he needs to know, and it will come with time, with chemistry. When Brian Mbeumo wants to go to the bar line or he wants to come in to his left foot, those things are going, ironing those things out are going to give us goals. But it is mind-blowing to think that Man United had 20 shots today. 20, 2-0, 60% possession, and could not convert one of them to a goal. And that is a problem. But that is a problem. It's a good problem to have. Because stats and just law of relativity says that you keep on shooting like that, you will keep on scoring. You will start scoring at some point. And that is what we are waiting for. Now the third point is Gyokeres needs time and service. Today, Arsenal's striker was being bypassed by every single person. And Steve Howson was absolutely right. And I told people this too. It is going to be hard for Arsenal in the beginning. Because the way Arsenal played without the traditional number 9 would absolutely take time for them to adjust into having a traditional number 9 in the team. Arsenal got better when Kai Havertz came on. With Gyokeres, they were bypassing Gyokeres. Gyokeres was literally caught in an island by himself. Arsenal's new striker, he just looked lost. But this is not because he is bad, but because that the system just doesn't support him yet. No clear chances, no link-up play. He's honestly just not Haaland yet. Gyokeres' debut, more ghost mode than goal mode in this situation. And then the fourth one, Altay Ben Yedder. He's just not ready for the spotlight. I'm sorry. He's just not ready for the spotlight. Bro, this is the same thing that happened in Spurs. But I'm not going to blame him. Because in the Spurs game, it was a foul. Whether you had VAR or you did not have VAR, it was a foul. In the Arsenal's game, it was a foul. In this game, it was still a foul. But guess what? We need to start realizing that the referees are not giving it. Even though the memo this season was that referee need to start giving those opportunities or those things or those pushing obstructions as fouls. They need to be on it. We literally saw this weekend alone, it's given. Those fouls given. This weekend, it's not last season. This weekend. But I guess when it comes to Manchester United, things are just different. With Onana injured, Bayindir got the nod and he just fluffed it. Because he needs to be aggressive. There's this thing that my coach used to tell my goalkeeper at the time. I was never a goalkeeper. But he used to tell my goalkeeper at the time, whenever you're going for the ball, make sure you go through the ball. If somebody's head is in there, go through it. If you're going for the ball in a corner kick, you punch the ball like as if somebody is trying to steal your life from you. You punch it through. You punch so much that your fists go through it. But Bayindir's arms are not strong enough. He has not been able to come out and claim that area by himself. And the funny thing about it, neither has Onana. So what does that help us do? What can we do in this situation as a situation in terms of something to solve the problem of our goalkeeping? Our defenders. We need to stop doing this whole system thing and zones thing during set pieces. The only zone I want to see is around the goalkeeper. And the rest of the guys go man to man. You know why I say this? Because if you keep a zone around the goalkeeper, you make sure that the goalkeeper has running start to every ball that is floated into the 18-yard box. What you then have is a goalkeeper that would be able to jump and claim the ball. Either punch it or catch it. We try to do the same thing to Raya. But there's a reason why Raya is one of the best goalkeepers in the Premier League. Because he's still connected with a strong right hand to get that ball out of there. And that is the difference from Manchester United getting a point and Manchester United literally going home with nothing. And last but not least, the fifth point. Teta's Arsenal can win ugly. Arsenal did not dominate Manchester United whatsoever. In fact, they were abysmal from start to finish. They did not look like they had a preseason. They did not look like they understand how to play with each other, especially with Gyokeres in the team. But there were points of things that could dazzle people. Zubimendi has the ability to control the pace of the game, but he honestly doesn't have the ability to stop the midfield from looking open. And guess what? You're missing Thomas Partey. Yes, you are. Declan Rice looks like he was tired today. Why Martin Odegaard only comes out in spurts. I wonder, and I still perplex how people are still comparing Martin Odegaard to Bruno Fernandes. Because it's night and day that Bruno is better. They didn't dazzle today, but they defended like champions and took their chance. That's how you win away at Old Trafford. Let's not lie to ourselves. We have seen a lot of people, a lot of teams do the same thing that Arsenal did at Old Trafford. But that time, we were on our pump. We were defeating people. We were forcing them to make mistakes. And the beautiful thing about this is, if that's a sign that we are coming back, I prefer having that and moving forward. Yes, we have lost to Arsenal in the first game of the season, but the signs are absolutely brilliant. The signs are absolutely breathtaking, and I can't wait to see how things happen. I can't wait for the next game next week. Bring them on, because Bruno, Ruben, and the rest of his team have something up their sleeves. And with Benjamin Šeško and Brian Mbeumo, plus Matheus Cunha, I know we are going to score more goals today. I know we are going to score more goals this season. I just know it. That run that literally broke the waist of Ben White. If a goal scorer was in the 18-yard box, it is a goal. It is a goal. Because your first touch is meant to be out. The second touch is meant to be back of the net. But that didn't happen. But we can only just be happy. Because this is the best loss that I have seen Manchester United ever incur. Especially since 2014. Let me know what you guys think about this down in the comment. Make sure you guys like that button, hit that subscribe button if you haven't. I will see you guys in the next one. Not good day. It is done and dusted for 5 things learned. I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.